Decorating for the holidays doesn't mean you have to go over the top extravagant. Our next guest says keeping it simple can create an enchanting elegance. Holly Holden is the author of The Pretty and Proper Living Room, and she joins me now on Connecticut Style. Nice to have you here, Holly.
Thank you for inviting me back, Teresa.
So let's talk a little bit about holiday decorations. Things go over the top these days, right? You have those blow-up things in the front yard and all the different colored lights.
Exactly.
What do you think?
I think coming back to traditional decorations is a good thing, and it's a simple thing, and it's easy to do, because what I'm suggesting is that we use items, beautiful items that are already in your house, and just decorate those items versus bringing in new things. With a name like Holly, I love the holidays. So
I suppose that's very fitting, right?
I love Christmas. But simple things like cutting greens from your garden if you can, holly, boxwood, pines, obviously. For instance, I just took a simple Spode napkin ring holder on this platter of hors d'oeuvres and put boxwood on either side of it.
It adds so much to it.
It's
so great.
Enchanting embellishment on things that are just normally in your house. The silver bowl here, I just added red ribbon through the variegated reticulated ports on the
Sure.
bowl in the front. Added some variegated greens to lemons, and so these are things that are easily brought in from the kitchen. Fruit, flowers, greens. This is a Derby cup, and this is actually a little cigarette holder from back in the 50s, but it takes
put it to
one
good use,
blossom,
didn't you?
yes. And if you're pinched for time, if you don't have enough time to make a topiary, this happens to be artificial apples that I purchased through Colonial Williamsburg.
You tricked me, Holly.
Well, I used to make them, and I am pinched for time. So this is artificial, but what I've done is to the plastic boxwood, I've added my own boxwood and just stuck it right in there. So it's very easy to do. And I added my own pineapple. I took off the faux pineapple on top. So it's a classic topiary design, and yet it's very, very easy to do. And it comes out every year, and all I do is add a pineapple and some greens.
Easy. I like that. Well, let's take a look at some pictures because you have a couple more ideas. Again, pretty simple stuff. We talked about just grabbing some fruit, putting it in a bowl. It looks lovely.
And how easy is that? And it's a classic. That's a Revere bowl, which was created by Paul Revere. Beautiful, classic, and traditional. Another item that we have is a scene of just wildlife animals, little 4-inch bronzes of reindeer and actually prickly little boars. My son-in-law loves to hunt boar in Germany, so we added the boar there. But magnolia leaves and some very small diminutive decorations, I think, make a lovely statement for Christmas, and it's something that's timeless.
Sure. Well, let's talk a little bit about trees because everyone puts up a tree this time of year. What do you have in your house this year?
Well, this year, normally we have a real tree, but this year we have grandchildren coming over, so we wanted a very large tree, and it's artificial. But
that's okay.
it is all right, I think.
They have these little things called scenticles. Have you heard what these are? They look like ornaments, but they make the tree smell.
Oh, no, I have not heard of this.
Yes, it's a great item.
Brilliant idea.
Yeah,
Yes,
but it's
exactly.
also fun. You were saying you kind of have a unique one. You have a pink one for your younger ones.
Yes, and I think when entertaining, I mean, we love to be in the living room, and we'll have a fire in the fireplace, and having seating that are close together like this, I think it just allows all your guests, whether it's your family or if you're entertaining, it makes them want to stay and really savor being together.
Yeah.
And that's what the living room's all about.
Well, that's true, right? It's not just a room you walk by. You
It
do
is.
want to make it
You
kind of
do.
comfortable. Let's talk about a party. You're having people over. What's the best way to prepare, would you say?
Well, one thing I love to suggest to people is do back-to-back parties.
Oh, really? Because I
Because-
think people would steer clear of this, but go ahead.
Well, you can just cook one set of hors d'oeuvres and have them all ready for either night. The silver's already polished, the flowers are in place, so it's a matter of just
Cleaning up a little bit in between, right?
Exactly.
That's a great
And your
idea.
guests don't have to know that you had a party the night before.
Two different groups of friends.
By the third night, you're tired. But
I bet it is.
it works out well.
Holly, tell us a little bit about your book, some of the ideas you have in it, and where we can find it.
Well, in the book about the living room, I do have a chapter on entertaining ideas and sensible suggestions, things that you can do that don't cost a lot and that are refined but still elegant and I think very inviting.
Sure.
So the living room, it's a reference to everything that is classic in design but very affordable if you go to auctions and
Things
I
you
think
could do
it makes
yourself,
you
right?
do yourself, yes,
Very
as
good.
well.
And what's in the works for you?
We are, or actually, I'm on the process with my collaborator, Dean Greenblatt, who's my editor. We're working on a book, Pretty and Proper Curtains. That's the next in the line of Pretty and Proper series.
Very good. Well, we'll
be
look
fun.
for that. Holly, thank you so much for being here, and happy holidays.
Good, thank you. You as well.
All
Thank you,
right.
Teresa.
Stay with us. Of course, for more information, you could log on to our website, WTNH.com. You can find Holly's book there, a link to it. And in the meantime, we are going to head over into the kitchen next with Tony Mavuli. Stay with us. We'll be right back.